Today on Ask Bloop, what's the meaning behind bloop? Welcome to Ask Bloop, more here from BloopAnimation.com. It's Friday and it's time for your questions. Is the 12 principles of animation used in 3D animation? Yes, most of these principles are about the motion and the general concepts of animation and would apply to any type of animation. Solid drawing is probably the only one that I guess only applies to 2D since you don't do any drawing in 3D animation. But the rest still very much apply. If you want to know more about the 12 principles of animation, we're currently working on the most basic animation course we've made so far called Animation Foundations. And it covers all the principles of animation and much, much more. The course will come out sometime in October, so make sure you sign up for the waiting list to get the special launch price at bloopanimation.com/animationfoundations. How many years did you spend studying animation and where? How much money does it cost? I went to the School of Visual Arts in New York City. I was in the undergraduate computer arts program, which is a 4-year program. I'm not sure what the tuition is right now, but you can check it on their website. You said that 3D animation is more expensive than 2D for the studios. Then why almost all studios shut down traditional animation? They do that because 3D animated movies are much more in demand. 2D animation films don't make as much money anymore since people got used to a certain look, and it's hard to go back. Yes, it's cheaper to make 2D films, but if they're not profitable, then it doesn't matter. Pixar spends hundreds of millions producing their films, but then they make many more hundreds of millions. So it makes financial sense. That is one of the reasons I believe that Kubo and the Two Strings wasn't a success. Because the mass audience wants the high-end, beautifully rendered 3D graphics. That is what sells the best. Will Bloop ever make an animation course for OpenToons? We try to make sure we have animation courses for the most popular and in-demand programs. So if I feel that OpenToons is enough in demand, I will definitely create a course for it. How and why did you think to call the studio Bloop? And what does it mean? Honestly, I don't really have a good reason for calling the studio Bloop. All I remember is that I like the way the letter B and P look the same. And I thought it would be a cool idea if they kind of jumped from the center of the logo. And I always liked water-related stuff, so I thought the sounds of bubbles would be fun, which sounds kind of like the word bloop. A fun fact, the sound of the logo popping was originally on my first film, Food for Thought. If you watch all the way to the end, you can hear that sound right before the credits starts. That's all the questions for today. If you have one, post it in the comment section below. And if you want to stay updated on animation news, new tutorials, or see if your question was answered, click the subscribe button on my face right here. See you next week.